Good morning, loves. I believe we're in a vlog. I haven't vlogged all week. I haven't really touched my camera. So we can do a week in review while I drive and get breakfast and coffee. We're at that point in the year where I need sunglasses and I turn the AC on in the afternoon. But when I leave in the morning, I have to turn on the defrost. Oh, I might not need my sunglasses this morning. I was sitting at my desk yesterday, the sun was coming in right at my face. I was like, this is great. So I just hid behind my monitor for like 20 minutes and then it was rose and gone. Alright, so what's gone on this week? I streamed one day. I can't remember which day. I had some editing software issues. That was on Monday night that I had the editing software issues. So I couldn't get Candid Candy out because it wouldn't render, which is weird because I had edited another video. Only 3 videos are going out this week, unless I finish one up tonight when I get home. I have a couple promo videos to finish, which I call them promo videos because they're not sponsored, but like the company will send me a product that they want me to review. So review videos, I guess. Yeah, review videos. Why don't I just call them review videos? I have a couple review videos to finish. One is the shampoo system I've been using, and another is the teeth whitening system I've been using. And then there's some smaller ones like these mints. Let me tell you about these mints, actually. I could probably cover it right here. So they're called Viter Energy. And they sent me chocolate mint and peppermint. And they're supposed to be an energy, like give you some energy, as much caffeine as a cup of coffee or 3 cups of coffee. I don't know. I don't have time to look. I'm driving. But, yeah, I find that they do pep me up. I like to pop one, like, probably around 4 or 5. That way, when I get home, I've got a little bit of energy to, like, get stuff done. Because seriously, when I get home from work, most of the days, I don't want to do anything. Like, in my bedroom, that blush looked great, but not so much now. Anyway, when I get off work, I am mentally exhausted. Like, I can't force my brain to do anything else, and when I get home, I need to do stuff. I need to either stream or edit a video or shoot a video. So it's like I have to constantly be going, and if I drink coffee that late at night, I probably would not be able to sleep. But these don't seem to hinder my sleep when I have them in the evening time, which is nice. So I'll leave the link down below, and if you guys want to try them, give them a try. I know I saw this morning that Zachary Michael has been sent some too, so if you want a double review when he puts his out, you know, you guys can go check that out. Because, you know, I don't know, when I try a new product, I like to see at least 2 people try it, if not 3 or 4. Okay, so I was trying to think. Monday I came home and streamed, and then I tried to edit afterwards because I knew it wouldn't take me too long, because I don't edit the Candies much. It's basically just me talking for like 10 or 15 minutes, and so I don't edit stuff out of those, and it wouldn't render, and I was like, ugh. So then Tuesday morning I tried it, and it still wouldn't render, and Tuesday I didn't wear makeup to work because I was like, nah, because I couldn't get my editing software to work, and my boss was like, he goes, has the mail been here? Because if she brings a package, she has to bring it inside. And I go, no, I haven't seen it. And he goes, she's probably going to package shame you. I go, I do have a couple things coming. And he goes, I hope one of them's a box of makeup. I was like, wow, throwing shade. And that's the kind of relationship him and I have. Like, I put it up on Twitter, and I forget her name, like Big Country something. Oh man, I can't remember her name, and that makes me mad. It's Big Country something, or Country something. I have her on like multiple platforms, and we talk sometimes, but she was like, knowing your relationship with your boss, I know that's funny. And I was like, oh my god, if someone doesn't know that like my boss and I are friends, they would think he's such an asshole. But he's not. That's just I equate my boss and I's relationship to a brother and a sister. And I know I've said, I don't know why my wallet's still out. I know I've said this before. Before he got married, he was like Roger and I's child, and we took him everywhere with us. Let's see. Wednesday, Roger and I went to the bank. We refinanced my my car to lower the payment. It lowered the payment by $125 or $135. So I'm really happy about that. And because now I'm covering our medical insurance. So I'm covering our medical insurance now. And so we had to like figure out where our money was going and what bills we needed to pay. So like, because we each have our separate accounts where we pay all of our bills out of, but then we have our joint account, which has like the stuff that we share. So like our cell phone bill and the house payment, all that kind of stuff comes out of that joint account. And so we each put money into the joint account to be able to pay those bills. And everything is like automated. So it's like, we just put money in and it magically disappears. I'm sure you guys feel that way about your accounts as well. And so we met up and went to the bank, and I shared my cookies because I made cookies last weekend. I don't know if I talked about this. I made chocolate chip walnut cookies. You can't see me now, but yeah, I made chocolate chip walnut cookies, which are my favorite. And then my mom yelled at me for not giving her some, but that's, you know, she lives a little far away for that. And then, so that was Wednesday. Thursday was yesterday. So I came home and I loaded Overwatch, which is a new game for me. I've watched my friends play it for a long time, but I never I'm not really good at those type of games. Let me explain it to you. You can keep the change.
Oh, the change? Like
the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the tip. And here's that for you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. See ya.
Kind of forgot what I was talking about. I know it partly had to do with cookies. Oh, where'd my sunglasses go? Okay. Now let's go to work. You ain't gotta go to work, but you gotta do work. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I'm not a pussycat doll or whoever did that song. I don't even remember. God, I'm old. I was playing my Casey Musgraves Pandora station the other day at work, and one of the guys comes in, he's like, what's up with this female man-hating music that you're watching or listening to? And I was like, because I'm a female and I hate men. He was like, fair enough. I kind of love everyone at my work. Like, we have such like a close and fun relationship because we're all like, I'm the youngest and I'm 37. Everyone else is older. The There's like, I'm 37, one of them's 38. My boss is 41. He'll be 42 next month. Another one of our guys is 44. And then, wow, you guys just saw me get fat shamed. That's fun. So has that ever happened to you? You're just driving through traffic and some guy rolls down his window and goes, "Whale!" at you, and then does that. Has that ever happened to you? Oh, Jesus. So that's a good lesson, I guess. I wonder if I should call his work, because he was in his work vehicle. That would be a way to get back at him, huh? No, I won't do that. Not the type of person I am. Anyway, what are we talking about? Oh, my relationship with my guys at work. I like them. They seem to like me. Now I'm thrown off so badly by that jackhole. Anyway. So yeah. Last night I came home and played some Overwatch. And Overwatch is I think there's 6 people on your team, and you have to either defend your area or take your payload to another spot, and the other team is trying to stop you from doing those things. And I only like the training and against the AIs, but I really had fun. So I might try this weekend to play a couple games with actual people and just hope and pray that I don't get yelled at or get called dumb. My main experience with those type of multiplayer online games is that the communities can be very competitive and kind of jerks. So I'm hoping that when they match me up for a match that it's with other people who are new-ish. But we'll see. See, now it's getting too warm to have the defrost. Alright. So yeah. Today's Friday. I have a bunch of stuff to do at work. Work has been insanely busy. I haven't taken a lunch. I haven't taken a lunch in like 2 years, but I don't even have a chance to kind of slow down or anything because I'm trying to finish a project and the phone's ringing and there's people coming in and I'm just like, getting a little stressed. But that's what the job is. Like, that's my job. So, it just hasn't, it seems like it hasn't been that way for a couple months. I feel like our business goes in cycles where, like, everyone's fine for a little bit and then they all break stuff at the same time and they all want it back at the same time. It's insane. Insanity! Stop the insanity! Y'all remember that? So today I just plan on getting all my work done. And then at 3 o'clock, I have to leave and I have to go to the OBGYN. Now, we all know that's terrible, but since I had that STD last year and I had also got, I got HPV at the same time from the same person. I have to get a pap smear every year now. Yay. Plus it's a chance for him to check my Mirena that got put in. Ooh, I think I got that put in like April or May. Yeah, so it's been about 4 or 5 months. So he can check that out and make sure it's still in the right spot and all that good and painful things. Ugh. One time I hadn't been for many, many years, and I had put on a bunch of weight since the last time I had been, and I was so freaked out. I walked out from the waiting room and I walked into the office, and when she closed the door into the room that I was in, I just started bawling. My heart was like beating so freaking fast. I was bawling, and she's like, what's going on? What's wrong? And I was like, I'm just having a panic attack. And she was like, well, do you just sit down and then do you want to reschedule? And I was like, no, I'm here. I'm in the room. Please don't make me reschedule, please. She goes, okay, let's just get you calm, and then we'll get everything going. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, still freaking out. And she goes, hold on, let me go get the doctor, and like he can introduce himself to you before you get undressed, make sure that you're comfortable. And I was like, oh, okay. And so she went and got the doctor, and he talked to me, and he was this older German gentleman, so he had this accent. He was just adorable. And he came in and he talked to me and he introduced himself, and he's like, I promise I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. If at any moment you feel pain, just let me know. And he was very, very sweet. And so I felt a lot better and I started to calm down, but she took my blood pressure and it was still like super high. So she waited like 10 more minutes and took it, and I was finally calm. I was back where I needed to be, and she's like, okay, let's get you undressed and get you on the table, you know, everything will be fine. And it was fine. It just, oh my gosh, it was the worst panic attack I'd ever had. I thought he was taking the day off. Huh. Strange and unusual. Oh wait, I got 4 minutes. 4 minutes on what? On my card. Apparently my card's full. So, bye. Hello, loves. Got a couple Viter Energy mints in my mouth. It's a little after 9, and I just cleaned out my living room of like some recycling and stuff that I have been like avoiding, and then I cleaned out my car, and now I'm headed to the tire shop. Since I'm going to California and it's kind of a long trip, my tires are not the best, and I want to make sure I have good tires to go over all of the like mountains and stuff that I have to get to California. So we're getting new tires, folks. 4 new tires. I called him yesterday. Well, okay, I called Roger and it was like damsel in distressing him. So I was like, I don't know what to do, and I don't know who to call, and I don't know. I just chin dabbed, sorry. And he was like, you know what to do, you know who to call, do it. And I was like, no, do it for me. I don't know what to ask. I don't know what to tell them. He's like, you grew up around cars. You know exactly what to ask. You know what they're gonna want. Call them. And I was like, okay, fine. So I called him, gave them the information they needed. I knew what they wanted. I was just being a big baby. Like, I was playing the card of like, oh, I'm too dumb. No, I'm not. Like, why do I do that to myself? Why do I play myself down like that? Because I'm not. Like, I knew exactly who to call, what to do. That's why I keep Roger around. Because he can, like, he knows when I'm being dramatic. And he knows when I don't need help. You know? So it's just, he's good like that. So yeah, going to get 4 new tires. Need to pick up some breakfast on the way so I can take my medicine. Also need some coffee. Coffee's not even about like waking me up anymore. It's just a necessity. Because I literally drink coffee and water and the occasional soda, and that's it. So it's not like, I probably have one soda a week. And so coffee is like the only thing I drink that has a little bit of flavor to it, besides, you know, because water doesn't have a flavor. So it's like my treat to myself, my treat to myself. Oh man. So what'd you guys do last night? Last night was Friday. I came home and what did I do? Well, I played Overwatch for a little bit. I played probably 7 matches with actual people. And so so when you're playing, your team will win or the other team will win, obviously. And if your team wins, someone on your team is usually player of the game or play of the game. And then there's these little cards that are like, well, this person did this, and this person had this many kills, and this person did this percentage of damage. And I got a card, and my team voted for me, so like, I was the top card, and it was just like, I don't know. For me, it was like super cool on my like 5th game to like get a card. I was super excited, but I don't know, I'm really enjoying that game. As much as I thought it would be like, when you're watching Overwatch, it's extremely chaotic and you can't really tell where you are. But when you're in the game, you're only in charge of yourself. And so yeah, it's still chaotic, but like, you're like, boom, 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 I'm gonna kill you, this guy. Blah, 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 blah. And what's nice is, once you die, you just respawn. So, like, it's not a big deal. But it's super fun. I've been playing as Reaper is who I got the card with. And I really like playing as him. I like his guns. I like his ultimate is really nice. He just kind of stands there and twirls and spins and, like, shoots. It's great. So when I go to do my ultimate, I just like get in the middle of everything and just hit it and go. It's pretty fun. I like to play as Torbjorn too, who is this like big, chubby, like, I don't know, he seems European of some kind. Probably like Norwegian or Danish or Swedish or something. I don't, he has that kind of accent and I can't pinpoint it. And he has turrets that he lays down, which I like. There was a similar character to him in Paladins, and I've played Paladins a couple times, and I liked to play that character on Paladins. Big bearded guy, you know. And then, who else was I playing? I played Roadhog for a little while. He's this, like, big... Well, he's a hog. He's got, like, tattoos and stuff, and he's got this weird gun thing. I don't know how to explain it. He uses spare parts to make bullets. Does that make sense? But so far I've kind of liked every character I played. I did go through training and I played every single one of them, and I found ones that I liked more than others. Farah's a really good one. I like her. And Soldier 76 is good. So it's just, I don't know. The people that don't do gaming are probably bored to tears right now, and you guys are like, get to the makeup and fashion. But this is me, guys. I'm multifaceted. I'm like an onion. I have layers of fat. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I do, but that was so quick. They were so quick. Less than 45 minutes, so that's awesome. Good morning, guys. I don't know if that helps. It is Monday, the 24th. Yeah. Heading to work. I'm not late yet. I woke up super late. Again. instead of pushing snooze, I keep turning my alarm off. So I think what I'm gonna have to do, that guy was speeding a lot. I think I'm gonna have to put it across the room so I have to actually get out of bed. For some reason, when it gets to be this time of year where it's like leaving from summer, bitch, there's not enough room for 2 cars. What are you doing? Jesus. People are irritating me this morning. But when it gets to be this time of year, I like want to hibernate. When it switches from like summer to fall, I want to hibernate. It's kind of why I made this soup, which you'll see in a video. Made this really like thick, lovely vegetable soup. Alright, so this morning I'm wearing this shirt from Woman Within, which you guys should see the haul by now. Not sure how long this vlog's gonna be. I don't know. But Woman Within should go out on Wednesday. I haven't edited it yet. I was supposed to edit yesterday. And I ended up playing some video games. And I went to stream and my graphics card was taking a shite. So I think I might need to either upgrade my graphics card or like reinstall it, because it's really not liking gaming right now. And so that was the problem I was having when I was editing last week, is I kept telling me my graphics card was out of date. And then when I would go to update it, it said it was the latest version. So I went to, it's an NVIDIA graphics card, so I went to the NVIDIA site and downloaded something that they suggested to fix that. So hopefully that will work. So I'm not sure exactly what I talked about on Saturday, but I went and got tires Saturday morning. That was the first thing I did. And then I came home and I shot a full face of Bronx Colors makeup while I talked about the Huffington Post article. And then I shot the Woman Within and a Torrid haul. And then what did I do? Oh, then my friend Brittany came over. I went to the grocery store, got groceries. I ran into the kid again that I think that'll be included in here, but last week I went to Safeway and the kids, the line that I went through, he was like, he thought I was hitting on him, and I assured him that I wasn't. But this time we started talking about video games and stuff, and it's like, we were like very actively talking while he was working, and someone from the customer service thing called him on like the phone thing and apparently told him to stop flirting. And I'm like, no, we've already discussed this, we're both taken, like, we're fine. It was hilarious. So yeah, I went to the grocery store, and then my friend Brittany came over and we were gonna drink and watch movies, and I ended up having like a drink and a half, and I was like, done. I'm over it. Like, I just didn't feel like drinking, so we just watched movies. I rented some Redbox movies, which I've only done like one other time, and I got Hereditary, Annabelle Origins or Creations or something like that, and then I rented Ready Player One. So Brittany and I watched Hereditary and the Annabelle movie, which both were like, for me, they were pretty nail-biting, but the end of Hereditary, like, I don't, like, there's no spoilers, it just, I was disappointed. That's it. I was just disappointed. So, but Annabelle was really good. I enjoyed that. Her and I both really like horror movies, and these were both like non-gruesome, really. Like a little bit of gruesomeness, but not too bad. Well, the minimal amount of makeup I had on today, which was just eyeliner, was all over my face. When I got in the car, it was all over my face. And now it's all over my hands. Oh, gosh. So I have therapy in about an hour. So I gotta kill about 30 minutes. So, oh, I was on Facebook today, and I don't remember his name now, but he's on that show This Is Us, and he plays the younger African American kid. I've never seen the show, I just know where he's from. And he was talking about trolls on the internet because he has a substantial gap in his teeth, but like, to me, he just looks like he's an 11 or 12-year-old kid who, you know, is growing into his face. I don't know if that makes sense. But my nephew, I call him my nephew Hunter, was the same way. He had like really big teeth that seemed too big for his face, and then he kind of grew into them. And so this kid was talking about trolls and how they were picking on him, and he's like, but I'm not bothered because I can get braces, but you need to change your heart. And I was like, whoa, can you fix your heart, is what he's like basically saying, is like, you need to change your heart and how you're like living, and you know, you need to fix your heart. And it was a very powerful like a little video, and I'll try to find a link to it and leave it below. But oh my gosh, I was just like, how does this kid deal with trolls this so much better than I do? He totally spit. Like, he seems so well adjusted and seriously not bothered by the hate that he gets, and it was really, really inspiring for me, because I struggle a lot with like rude and mean comments getting to me. I try not to let them bother me, and I try to let the abundance of good messages I get, you know, outshine them. But sometimes it's really hard to do. And I don't know. I want to be better about that. So I'll do what I have to do to be better about that. Are we focused? Well, focused. Good morning! Let's get you guys in position and say hello. It is Tuesday. Oh crap. 25th? Why do I do this every time? Turn on the camera and I don't know the date. Why are you gonna save the date if you don't know the date? It is the 25th. It's my coworker's birthday. And my phone just told me I gotta go get him a cake. I do. Or I'll send my boss later on. Right, so last night I had therapy. My appointment wasn't until 6 o'clock, so that was kind of weird. I had to like waste about half an hour somewhere after work. So what was I talking about? All right, I had therapy at 6 o'clock last night, so that lasted until 7. It was my final of 8 sessions with my therapist, and he can either request more or we can be done according to my insurance. Well, my insurance is changing on the 1st because I am now providing the insurance for Roger and I through my work. And I don't know. It's the same company. Like, I have an HMO. It's Kaiser, so I'm still with Kaiser, but it's a different plan, and so I don't know if that plan covers mental health. So I have to call and check. And I can't do that until after the 1st, according to the lady that I tried to call yesterday. Kaiser's kind of weird sometimes. But I did order all of my prescriptions yesterday so that I would have enough to get me through at least 3 months. So that, like, because I don't know what the cost of my medications are going to be on a different plan. Insurance is so, like, confusing at times, but it's necessary. I think I may have talked about this before. I feel like I'm being insuranced to death. You know what I mean? I have health insurance, I have dental insurance, I have vision insurance, I have car insurance, I have home insurance, I have life insurance, I have insurance on my cell phone. Like, I'm paying so much in insurance, it's insane. And, half of that stuff I don't even use. I am going to use my car insurance today because I need to get my windshield replaced before I go to California. It's just like, being an adult, you guys, is really stressful sometimes. You are not prepared to be an adult in America. They do not prepare you for that kind of shit. They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook, make a budget. They don't tell you that when you buy a house and they tell you that your payment's going to be $650 a month, that it's actually going to be more than that because you have to pay other things. You have to pay home insurance and you have to pay mortgage insurance if your house isn't 80% of the loan value. Did you know that? Like, no one tells you this kind of shit. And, like, can you sew a button on a shirt? I bet a lot of you can't. And, like, they just don't teach us that kind of thing. And I thank my mom and dad for, like, stepping up and, like, not even stepping up, but, like, being a great parent and teaching me these type of things. But, like, I don't know. There should be a class that's like life. Here's some things that you're gonna need to know, even though you don't think you're gonna need to know. Sure, you're gonna use geometry every day. You're not. I use algebra sometimes. I use geometry in my job, but, like, more people are not gonna use that. Like, I don't know. They're teaching us things that are not real life things. Sure, if you want to do something that involves that kind of math, that's great. Like, do that. That's great to learn that. But, like, most of us don't ever need that. I don't know. I kind of went off on a tangent. So last night I went to therapy and then I came home and I edited the candid candy that went out today. And what did I have for dinner? Oh, I had some cheese and crackers for dinner and I went to bed at like 8:30. I was exhausted. Like I said, I got the candid candy, edited, uploaded, and scheduled. So this morning I woke up, took my shower, and while I was drying off and putting on my makeup, I edited the Woman Within video that comes out tomorrow, the Woman Within haul. And so I have a couple options for my Friday video. I have a FabFitFun box. I have a video of me making banana bread with my nephews, which was a hot mess. So here's what I do sometimes. I like to keep makeup on Mondays and fashion on Wednesdays, and then Fridays are kind of a free-for-all. If I have a food video, I'll load that, which I've started filming a food video, but this week is a little crazy for me. And so what I'll do is I'll like film a bunch of them and edit a bunch of them and load them onto YouTube and just leave them in my account, and then I can go in and I can schedule them for certain days. So I'll schedule the makeup ones on Mondays and stuff. And then I have these, like, I call them free-for-all videos, which is like the banana bread, the munch packs, the FabFitFun boxes, things like that don't necessarily fall into makeup or fashion that I can post whenever I want. Vlogs can be posted whenever I want, and I have some promotional ones that I need to get done, like, super bad. Like, I haven't been avoiding them, but I've been, like, forgetting. Forgetting is the best word. I just get so caught up in stuff. And I was telling my therapist yesterday, I was like, I literally work 16 hours a day, plus try to have a social life, plus try to get to the gym, plus try to eat right. And, like, it's chaotic. It's just full-on chaos sometimes. And it's insane. Like, it's just, some days I just don't know how I make it through. And it's, yeah. I'm not trying to complain about anything. Like, I'm just trying to, like, get out there that I'm doing my best. And I'm trying my hardest to make sure that I do everything correctly and, you know, on time. And it just doesn't happen all the time. It just doesn't happen all the time. All right, I'm at work, so I gotta go. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Let's cover, this is from Torrid, which will be in the haul next week. My makeup is Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. Right, is that the one I have? Yeah, Blood Sugar. This is Calabasas with a little bit of Prom Night on top. And Doll 10 for mascara. BH Cosmetics for bronzer and blush. And the Hard Candy Unicorn Glow palette for my highlight, which is not too bright today. So that's what we're doing. Hi guys! So today is Thursday, the 27th. I'm in line to get coffee. I had a session with a life coach last night, and I am, like, rejuvenated, I would like to say. He was very thorough and really accurate on, like, pinpointing some issues that I was having and giving me some really good advice on how to better manage my time. Or he kept calling it energy, and I totally agree with that. I have this problem that I can't stay focused, and I think it's partially because I don't have a direction. And when I was living with Roger, I was so used, well, I didn't have YouTube at that point, but I was so used to, like, being on a schedule, like getting up at 6:30, being to work at 8, working till 5, making dinner, watching TV, going to bed. Like, that's basically what we did. And so it was like, he kind of gave me some direction on how to fit YouTube in, but also give myself some time to just be me and to relax and to take time for myself. And I think it's really gonna work out. I'm really excited about it. It was like a really awesome conversation. And yeah. So yeah, he gave me some direction and he gave me some goals to work towards. And I feel like I really do what am I trying to say? I really do, like, flourish on a schedule. There we go. I think that's when I'm my best, is when I have a direction and a goal. And so kind of set it up that when I get off work and I get home, if I'm home by like 5:30, I set aside like an hour to just do me. And for me, that's going to include like playing a video game for about an hour, or, you know, watching something on Netflix for an hour. Oops, I'm in the wrong lane. And then at 6:30, I clock into YouTube. So from 6:30 to 8:30, I am strictly filming, editing, uploading. That's what I'm doing for that amount of time. And then from 8:30 to 9 is my time to answer emails or Snapchats or, you know, stuff like that, because I admit that I let that kind of stuff take me away from my job, my daytime job. It distracts me to a point where, like, I'm answering those kind of things at work and I shouldn't be. Which my boss doesn't care, but, like, for my own focus, I need to not do that. So I'll answer those kind of things in the evening for like half an hour. And if I don't get everything done, then I don't get everything done. But from 9 to 10 is my time to wind down. And so that will include like brushing my teeth, getting ready for bed, you know, watching a show on Netflix, just like decompressing and preparing to go to sleep. And then from, you know, 10 till 6:30 in the morning, I'm sleeping. And I think once I get that down and I figure out, like, do I need that much time for YouTube or do I need more time for YouTube? Can I get all this stuff done? Or if I can get myself scheduled out, you know, like a week or so, then I have those free nights where I can be like, okay, I don't have anything to do from 6 to 8:30, let's go to the gym. You know, stuff like that. And so I'm really looking forward to like incorporating it and seeing how it works for me and then changing it if I need to. And I'm gonna leave Josh's information down below, because if you need someone to focus you and help you out, I think he's the perfect person. He is so like intense, but not in a bad way. And like, it's funny because he's like, you're gonna hate me at some point because I'm gonna push you and I'm gonna, you know, push you to be your best, and I'm not gonna let you talk shit about yourself. Like, I called myself an idiot last night and he went off on me. And at the time it really startled me and I was really uncomfortable, but then I was like, no, he's showing me that he cares about me and that I should care about myself. And that I need to not be that way with myself. I need to tell myself that I'm good and smart and beautiful and all these things. And it's so funny because that's the type of stuff that I talk about on my channel, is loving yourself and, you know, finding the silver lining and always trying to be positive. And I wasn't incorporating it into my own life. Like, you guys have said things about me calling myself an idiot or stupid and stuff, and it's a self-deprecating thing, and you know, it's not good. And I started that second Twitter page that was like just negative comments, and he goes, I don't like that at all. And I go, well, it's just funny. He goes, no, you're putting it on there because partially you believe most of it. And he's right. I let those 10%, not even 10%, it's probably like maybe 5% of negative, really disgusting people outshine the 95% that is amazing. You guys are so good to me and so positive and so uplifting, and you give me good advice. Even sorry, even if you don't like something I'm wearing, you'll say it in a positive way, or you'll be like, oh girl, that just didn't look good on your body, or, you know, maybe you should return that one and get a different color or a different size. And I love that. And so what I've been doing is unfortunately letting those negative things be in the forefront of my mind when those should just be like tossed out with the trash. So from now on, I really want to use the block button as much as possible. Not, you know what I mean? Like, I've really not blocked a lot of people, and I've just let them, you know, do whatever. And I can't do that anymore. I'm not gonna do that anymore, because you guys come to my defense and then they start attacking you, and I don't like that. So from now on, I'm gonna be a little more little easier to jump on that delete button and that block button, because I just don't need that in my life. And at first I felt bad because I was like, well, that, you know, then they can't ever watch my videos, and what if they change their mind? I'm just not gonna do that. If someone's being disgusting enough that I feel like I need to block them, then they're done. And it's not a money thing for me. Like, I don't care if I have to block 1,000 people and I lose, you know, $200 in ad revenue. It matters none to me. What I care about is the content that I put out and the people that I can help. And that's what's important to me, and that's what I need to use my focus on. Because sometimes YouTube can get to be a job. And I don't want YouTube to be my job. I want YouTube to be my passion and my hobby. And I want it to be enjoyable. And that's why I quit doing cooking videos, is because they were becoming such a chore and such a pain in the butt for me that I wasn't enjoying them. And I feel bad because a lot of you really like the cooking videos, but they're kind of a pain in the butt for me. So I think the what I eat in a week videos will be good, or just like single recipe videos. I can definitely do that. I think that would be really helpful, even if it's like 2 or 3 recipes. I don't cook that like complex of stuff, and I eat the same thing every day for like a week. So my life is not that exciting with my food, and you know, I don't want you guys to think I don't want to do cooking videos, but the boxes were too much for me. Like, it was just so tedious. And so I think the what I eat in a week videos will be good. Sharing some recipes, I think that'll be fun. So that's basically, like, I have a whole thing of notes that he gave me, but today my focus is to go into work and work from 8 to 5 and make sure I take my breaks instead of just sitting at my desk and not doing anything, or, you know, eating my lunch at my desk. I want to take some time for myself. Oh wow, my bronzer looks crazy today in the camera. And my boobs are like so out in this dress. But that's where I'm at, and I want you guys along on this journey with me of growing and realizing my worth, and hoping that you guys do the same. So yeah, I did a really shitty job blending. In my thing at home, it looks great. Roar. Oh well. I used the BH Weekend Festival palette on my eyes, and then this dress is from Torrid. It'll be in a haul very soon.